Thank you for inviting friends and family. If you are a guest this evening, we welcome you in a very special way. So, um, as we go on, we are very happy to be persons with some of the most powerful information that the Lord has blessed mankind with at this time. He has charged us with the responsibility to take this to every nook and cranny and tell from baby to granny. If you have come on today and you like the information that you hear, we invite you to join with us in creating a mighty army, like a mighty army. Move the people of God to take this information to wherever people are hurting. And man, are people hurting? Indeed, they are. And we are happy that we are not without some solution. God has not left us without a witness. And God has blessed us with not only a balm, but can you imagine? A balm and a powerful oil. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. And it reminds me of Jabez's song, I'm drinking from my saucer because my cup has overflown. Is anyone here this evening feeling as if your cup has overflown? Instead of being overwhelmed, your cup has overflown. And you are at a good place because a couple of months ago, you had health concerns, overwhelmed with health related issues. But today, God has you at a better place because someone called you and said, come and look at this. And we thank God that indeed we came and we looked and we saw, and now we are conquering. So we are grateful to the Lord for what He has given to us, and we just want to be grateful for it. Now, as usual, we start our meeting with prayer because we know that prayer is a powerful thing. Prayer is a beautiful thing. It's powerful because God has given it to us. So I'm very happy for what is happening in our world today. So as we assume a posture of prayer, we say, Heavenly Father, thank you for today, Sunday, the 22nd of September, 2024. Lord, it's a day that we have never seen before and a day we will never see again. May we be kind to mankind. May we reach out and touch somebody's hand, warm somebody's heart, give somebody hope, that boy, that girl, that man, that woman, give somebody hope who has been suffering too long. I pray, God, a special touch, special anointing on Dr. Samuel's life. Touch him now. Bring back the gift of recall, the things that you have caused him to study and to learn and to understand. He now comes to impart such to your people. Bless him, Lord. Bless his family. Bless every family represented here, regular members, guests from Caribbean and overseas. Bless your people, Jesus. Bless this meeting. And for those who are coming, Lord, bless them as they come. May you bless this meeting and cause your name to be glorified. We say thanks in Jesus' name. Amen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at more mitochondria. Dr. Samuels will do a very good job to explain to you what the mitochondria is if you are not very familiar with it. But welcome, 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 because here we are mitochondria centric. Our heart beats for mitochondria. Our brain thinks for mitochondria. Every muscle moves from mitochondria. And we breathe mitochondria because that is what the mitochondria is. After God gave us life, He gave us the mitochondria to sustain and maintain life. And we are grateful for this place of knowledge that we better understand how the body works. So we are very grateful. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce our goodly doctor, the privilege is mine to give you the disclaimer. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The products discussed is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information is intended for general information purpose only. It is not intended as a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment of disease. As it relates to testimonials, no one was compensated for giving a testimonial. All testimonials, therefore, are the opinions of those individuals and may not be the result that everyone gets. So thank you for allowing me to share that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a friend of mine. He's more than a doctor to me. He's a friend, he's a mentor, he's my coach, he's my trainer. He is someone I've come to love, someone I've come to admire. When I go up, I want to take not a page out of his book, but many chapters out of his life. He's a very humble man, a very decent family man, loved the Lord like how Jesus loved little children. And he's here this evening to share because he cares. I call him the good doctor. I call him a comprehensive doctor. And when I tell you some of his blessings to mankind and his qualification, you may agree with me. He holds a bachelor's degree in psychology. He holds a bachelor's degree in theology. He has a diploma as an electronic technician. He's an accident and emergency physician. So you'll see him in emergency rooms. He's a massage therapist. He is an expert in functional medicine because he believes, among other things, that plant life gives life. He's a mitochondria expert and he's a more mito aficionado. Few people are more qualified to talk about the mitochondria and to talk about the powerful technologies of more mito. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Roll out the red carpet. Round of applause. Standing ovation for the one and only. And let me get out of the way of greatness and introduce to some. Present to others, Dr. Desmond Samuels, my friend and mentor. Have you made it to the call, please?
Hey, sir, how you doing? Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Dr. C. How you doing?
Bless you, man. We got some rain here. From last night, we're getting some rain, man.
You know,
Overcast.
it's
The
funny
place.
you said that. I remember
Yes.
when I first came to Canada,
Yes.
I was working at the Olive Garden restaurant. I got to Canada in July,
Yes.
and so I got this job at the restaurant around September.
Yes.
October, we had our first snow. So I stayed home.
Oh.
Then I saw the phone ringing, and my sister said, "Your workplace is on the phone." So I answered it, and the guy go, "Why are you still at home?" I'm like, "It's snowing." He go, "What do you mean?" I said, "It's snowing. I didn't know I have to work when it snows." I said, "Our motto in Jamaica is more rain, more rest." Oh man, I was the laughing stock of that restaurant for
Oh
good.
my. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. So
Say,
yeah,
say,
it's one of them things. You
snow,
know,
no
some
work.
reason, no, so, no,
Mm,
what, it doesn't matter what is going on. You still got to get out here, even in minus whole heat.
mm.
I remember I was working as a technician up in a place called Grand Prairie in the northern section of Alberta.
Yes.
And was working on a roof with one guy, and we're on there for about a good 45 minutes. And when we came off the roof, instead of just coming down all the rungs of the ladder, he jumped off with about 3 rungs to go. And then I saw him just
Oh,
fell to the ground.
wow.
And I'm like, "What's happening, man?" And then he was trying to get up and couldn't get up. It was so cold that he actually broke his leg.
Mm.
I had to call the ambulance. They were there within 10 minutes, pick him up and took him in. But it gets bitterly cold up here sometimes. I remember one time because in some areas we have to plug in our vehicles into electricity to keep them warm so that they will start the next day.
Oh, look at that, eh?
Yeah, so I don't even know if these weathers are human beings. We should leave them for the Eskimos, honestly.
Oh
But
boy.
it gets bitterly cold up here. And then we have an area called Yellowknife or something like that.
Oh,
And we have another area a little bit north of there. We have 4 months of sunshine, no night. four
no
months just
nice.
pure sunshine.
Wow.
And then we'll have 4 months of half and half. And then
Okay.
we'll have 4 months of just darkness for the entire, like no sunshine.
Wow. Wow.
And guess who lives there? Jamaicans.
Look, why the Jamaicans, them not easy, no man.
We go everywhere. And then there was a
Whoa.
dog race a few years ago in Alaska.
Yes.
39 teams in the race.
Uh,
And there was a Jamaican team.
mm,
And the guy came in 13, and all the reporters were in his face wanting to find out, how did you do this? And the guy who
imagine
won was rather upset because he was like, I won the race. Why you guys talking to this
number
loser who came
30.
13? But they were like, you realize that this guy don't have any snow where he grew up, and now where did he get all these dogs? Where did he do that? And he went around, begged this family one dog, begged that family one dog in order for him to enter the race. People were just fascinated by his tenacity, and they said, "Yep, go ahead."
But they didn't allow a mongrel in that race, though, sir.
No, they have to be huskies, Alaskan huskies.
Huskies.
Yeah,
Huskies.
yeah, the mongrels would have frozen to death.
Okay.
But I saw the thing about Canadians going down to Jamaica and adopting a lot of Jamaican mongrels. And I thought it was foolishness, but we found out it was actually true. Because there were
Oh,
a lot of stray Jamaican dogs, especially when you go to the markets and stuff. And Canadians were actually coming down there and adopting them. And yeah,
okay. I think I heard that report
it
that
was actually a true report.
mongrel dog get visa and gone a foreign.
Mm-hmm. So they were
Yes, and
adopted.
mhm,
Canadians just seems to like to do sometimes to do some off the cuff things.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah. But something happened yesterday. Like, my wife called me and she was like, "Have you seen this video?" And she sent me the video where these guys were baptizing some people in some dirty water, and they claim that the bishop and the person that was being baptized drowned in. But then this
I,
morning, somebody came out and refuted it and said, "See, the bishop here is still alive." So we'd have to be careful with what we read.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I,
The videos sometimes they don't show the full length
mm,
of the video,
right.
and because they're trying to dramatize things and to be love to excite the crowd, you know. But it
Mm.
does quite something else, though. But that video, they should have used more wisdom, though.
But
They
somebody
were
wants some
insisting.
likes.
Yes, yes,
Like
yes.
Chronic said, we do it for the love, we don't do it for the
Do it for the likes. That's
likes.
right. That's right.
So happy Sunday, everybody. If you went to church today or yesterday, we want to say happy Sunday to you. Welcome to this Sunday evening's presentation. We are excited about more Mito. And Dr. Clive, let's get this on presentation in the way
Yes,
Sunday.
sir.
And then outside, I mean, a few weeks ago, outside would be sunshine.
Yes.
Right now, outside is pitch black.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So, folks, we're living. Okay, so in Canada, like in the northern areas, like in northern Alberta, BC, and then places, you probably get 4.5 hours of sunshine between October and say February. Maybe 4 hours of sunshine for the day. So it depends on how the earth tilts and all of that. So I'm not gonna go with the weather people and say how much sunshine they expect and this and that because nobody knows but God. Being a
Mm.
weather person is the only job you can be wrong 100% of the time and still keep your job. Yeah. All right, Doc. All right, folks. Let's get to this presentation. Again, we're happy, and we do this with a lot of love. We present this information to you because we feel that it is important that you get the information and then make an informed decision about your health. I mean, if we can live pain free and if we can live disease free and harsh medicine free, then it would be a very good way to live. So this evening we're going to talk to you about the mitochondria. and this on the even, the mitochondria. As you look on the cell here, you realize that this particular cell that we have on here has approximately two mitochondria in it. So the mitochondria basically, and you look at it, it is what powers up all the other organelles in the cell. So if the mitochondria is operating right, then whatever functions that these other organelles are supposed to do, they will do it more effectively, including the nucleus, and so on and so forth. The cytoplasm, the microvilli, all of them, they need the mitochondria in order for them to work right. And you look at when we isolate the mitochondria and we look at it, one of the things that I really, really like about it is that it has its own DNA, separate and apart from the DNA of the that comes from the nucleus, which is something that is extremely important because the DNA from the mitochondria is actually more potent than the DNA of the nucleus, and it lasts longer. But the interesting thing about also the DNA from the mitochondria is that it comes directly from the mother and the grandmother. It comes totally from the maternal side of things. Nothing about the DNA from the mitochondria is paternal. It is all maternal. And so, with that in mind, Dr. Bevan Elliott, our chief researcher, indicates that what affects health the most is the health of the mitochondria. He basically states that you literally can't be your healthiest unless your mitochondria are at their best. Now, if the health of the mitochondria can be improved and you can have more mitochondria that are bigger and more energetic, then your overall health can be improved. So basically, in a nutshell, what he is basically saying to us is that the mitochondrial health is the most important health in the body, based on the fact that if the mitochondria is healthy, then the rest of the cell is healthy. So, in other words, we're talking about dealing with issues and diseases from a cellular point of view. So, in medical school, what they taught us first week of medical school is that most disease and sicknesses are as a result of low energy. So if the energy level is low in the cell, in the organ, in the tissue, then that is how we get more sickness and diseases. So let's talk about the mitochondria. It's a membrane-bound organ that generates most of the chemical energy that the body needs in order to produce its biochemical reactions. So the chemical energy that is produced by the mitochondria, it's stored in small molecule called ATP. No, the human body is made of approximately 73 trillion cells, which are all powered by the mitochondria. And that's why we call it the powerhouse of the cell. So remember the statement that most, if not all, diseases and sicknesses are as a result of low energy. Now we know that the energy source of the cell is the mitochondria. So as long as the mitochondria is operating optimally, then the incidence of low energy are going to be greatly reduced. So what does the mitochondria do? It converts fats and carbohydrates into energy called ATP, which is the cell's energy currency. It is the energy that the cells need. It is the energy that the cells use. That is the energy that the cells require in order for them to perform their biochemical reactions. We're all biochemically designed here. Everything we do is based on a biochemical reaction. Me talking here is because of biochemical reaction. You're able to look on your screen, biochemical reaction. Whatever it is, you play cricket, you play football, you play soccer, whatever it is that you're doing is based on biochemical reaction. And again, remember, the mitochondria is what produces the energy in order for those biochemical reactions to take place. And low energy results in sicknesses and diseases. Being the powerhouse of the cell, it is the main source of ATP production. Again, that's the cell's energy currency. It also plays a vital role in calcium storage. Calcium is necessary. Calcium is needed in order for your heart to pump the blood around the body. Calcium is needed in order for the arteries to carry the blood. Calcium is needed and necessary for your teeth. Calcium is needed and necessary for your bones. Especially females get to a point when they have gone through menopause, we're looking at things like osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, osteogenesis, all kind of degenerative stuff that can happen when the when calcium level is low or the mitochondria is not acting right. Plays a very important role in a situation called apoptosis. Basically, apoptosis is programmed cell death. And this happens when the cells reach certain number of days, they are supposed to die and be replaced by new ones. So sometimes if the mitochondria is not working right, instead of dying and being replaced by new cells, these cells will continue to grow, continue to proliferate, continue to do what they're not supposed to be doing and end up becoming tumors, whether malignant or benign, and they can cause issues. It also plays a vital role in detoxification of the liver, detoxification of the kidney, and detoxification of the colon. So imagine the mitochondria basically plays an extremely important role in a lot of the chemical reactions that needed to take place in our body in order for us to survive. So basically, you cannot survive without the mitochondria. So when mitochondria is low, we get stuff like mitochondrial diseases. And now we're finding out that a vast array of diseases are basically a result of mitochondrial problems. And so when we look at some of them here, just to isolate them in a nutshell, we talk about stuff like cardiovascular issues. Some cardiovascular issues include hypertension, stroke, arrhythmias, heart failure, arteriosclerosis, cardiomyopathy. And then we have endocrine issues like hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, diabetes, goiter, polycystic ovarian syndrome. And then we have the cancers, the breast cancer, the lung cancer, the prostate cancer, the lymphomas, the leukemias. We have neurodegenerative disease like Alzheimer's, dementia, Huntington disease, Parkinson's disease. We're just giving you a snippet of just a few of what can go wrong. We're also now, science is now finding out and now coming to the conclusion that mental illness is also as a result of mitochondrial problems, mitochondrial deficit, mitochondria not operating right. So a decrease in the energy production by the mitochondria in the cell of the body and the poor functioning of the mitochondria is responsible for numerous dysfunctions in the body and can result in these diseases. And so even when we talk about mental illness like depression, so those glands are not producing the hormones in whatever quantity, or they are overproducing because of mitochondrial problem. Persons with depression, bipolar issues, PTSD, ADHD, anxiety problems, all kind of mood disorders. Again, all of these stuff are tied into mitochondrial problem. We look at gastrointestinal problem, erectile dysfunction, infertility, vision issues, and other neurological problems. All of these are as a result of mitochondrial deficit. One of the things that happen when the mitochondria is low is that we're going to have inflammation. Now, once inflammation sets in, then it's going to bring with it free radical damage. And with free radical damage comes oxidative stress. And with all of that comes the effects of aging. And so that is how we're going to notice that the mitochondria is operating poorly. A lot of times we start seeing these things start creeping into our body when we are in our fourth decade of life, once you get 30 and going up. And now we're finding out that they're happening even earlier. So with these stuff, we have eye disorders, asthma, diabetes, Crohn's colitis, arthritis. So we're having inflammatory issues along with regular issues. So some of the inflammatory issues like Crohn's colitis, arthritis, we're looking at stuff like fibromyalgia and so on and so forth. What we are actually finding out in medicine and now, because remember, most of the time you come to the doctor, what are you going to get? You're going to get some medication that's going to treat the symptoms of whatever it is that you're dealing with. What we're talking about here now with this new venture is that the mitochondrial problem is a cellular problem. So instead of just treating the symptoms of the issue that you're dealing with, we're talking about going to the root cause. And so the root cause here, we are recognizing then that the root cause of a lot of these illnesses and diseases is mitochondrial deficit. Poor performing mitochondria is being seen now as the root cause for whatever it is that we're dealing with. And so let me just show you one issue here that I think is important. When you look at this blood vessel, it's usually a blood vessel that takes oxygenated blood to the tissues. Usually, the two we like to talk about is taking it to the brain or taking it to the heart muscles. And so, if it's taking it to the heart muscles, then it becomes occluded because of high blood pressure. Usually, there's damage, and so the cholesterol run to the damaged area to fix the damage. But usually, while it's fixing it, a lot of inflammation sets in, and so the plaque builds up in there and it gets a 70% occlusion if it's for the heart muscle, like I said before. Then we start having angina, we start having chest pains, and so on and so forth. Folks, make sure you take good care of your blood pressure. Make sure you take good care of that high blood pressure issue that you're dealing with, if you're dealing with it. And always do your blood pressure check and make sure that it is somewhere around 120/80 and no not much higher than that. You want to make sure that your blood pressure is around that. Now, over time, this plaque can totally occlude the blood vessel. And then basically what's going to happen is that part of the heart that it was feeding, that myocardium, that heart muscle that it was feeding, now stop receiving oxygenated blood. And so we end up with what we call myocardial infarction or a heart attack. Now, when one of that happened to you, you just have hours to get back to the emergency room so that we can get it back perfused and stuff like that. But one of the thing also, even though we get it sorted out sometimes in the fixing process, when the neutrophils and all the other things come there to clean it up, it can weaken the heart muscle and you can still end up dying. So prevention is the best cure. Now, if this artery was feeding your brain, and then there's lack of oxygen going to any part of the brain there, then that is how you end up with a stroke. And so we're having so many people getting strokes nowadays. It is ridiculous how many people are getting strokes and at what age we are getting them. So we need to be very, very careful. Now, with all of that bad news that I just give you, now we need to give you some good news. There is hope, as Dr. Campbell likes. There is hope, there is hope, there is hope. Because one of the things that has happened over the last decade or so is that this company called More Mito, which is short for More Mitochondria, Dr. Bevan Elliott took 9 years of research and development in order to develop 3 products that are just taking the health of the mitochondria to a different level. Not just keeping it healthy, but also repairing the mitochondria when it is when it is damaged, whether it be by the food you eat, the environment you live in, whether it by how much stress you put upon yourself, or even medication that you're taking. So, product number 1 is called Ultramita Restore, and it works from the inside out. And what does it do? It grows the mitochondria to increase cellular energy and to provide your body with the natural resources to restore, regenerate, and repair itself physically and emotionally. All right, so it gets into the bloodstream, gets into the cell, cross the barrier, the lipid bilayer, gets into the cytoplasm and gets into the mitochondria, cross the lipid bilayer of the mitochondria, gets in there, re-energize, boost the mitochondria back up again. So it is at the level that it was 15, 20, even 30 years ago. So the mitochondria is now re-energized and the cell is operating as it is supposed to, optimally. Rejuvenate then is a topical gel, and this one works from the outside in. It works on specific areas of concern. Folks, it is highly recommended for anything that affects your hair, your scalp, your skin, any place on your body in an unwanted way. It also penetrates deep to affect what? Tendons, ligaments, muscles, joints, that may be what? Experiencing any kind of discomfort, any kind of mobility issue, lack of feeling, or poor circulation. So basically, the Rejuvenate comes in a jar like this, like our own regular Vaseline, but it is not. And then the Restore comes, it's our liquid formulation, comes in a bottle, glass bottle. And then we have our third product, which is new on the market, our Ultra Mito Renew. We call it the Brain and Body. This is our hydrophilic formula, water soluble formula, and it also works synergistically with the Restore, which is our lipid formulation. So we have the water soluble, we have the lipid soluble, and then now we have the Rejuvenate that takes care of stuff from the outside in. So we are coming at all these issues from all angles. So how do they work? They work with a proprietary system called XDS, Exponential Delivery System. This is what took Dr. Bevan Elliott also within that 9-year period to develop a delivery system in order to ensure that the efficacy of the ingredients get to the cell, gets inside the cell and get to where they need to get to with maximum efficaciousness or maximum efficacy. Because a lot of times we will take supplements, they get into our bodies by mouth, they get into the stomach, and then what potentially happens sometimes that a lot of the ingredients are destroyed by the stomach acid. This way that this is dealt with is ensuring that the ingredients get to the cell with the least effort, and that they get there in there with almost 100% delivery system. So these guys are, they use natural ingredients that are amplified and driven deep into the cell and into the mitochondria using the XDS system. That is how they work. So if you want to think about the XDS system, think about having two buckets, one full of tennis balls and the other one has sand in it. And you're going to take them and try to get them across a chain link fence. So with the tennis balls, it's going to take some time, it's going to take some effort. You're going to force them across the fence, maybe one or two at a time. But now you want to get the same bucket of sand across the fence. All you're going to do, you're just going to dash it against the fence and it just gets across, no problem. Almost 100% of it gets right across the fence with as little effort as possible. And so getting the sand in comparison with the balls across the fence, getting the sand across is how we look at the XDS system. And that is what makes these products so potent. Actually, we don't even refer to it as product all the time. We actually call it a technology because of the way that the ingredients are delivered to the cell. Let's talk about the Restore quickly. It's an adaptogenic formulation. It is designed to promote and stimulate free natural energy from the mitochondria that can outlast the longest day. So basically, this is getting rid of the need for that 4th, 5th, 6th cup of coffee. This is getting rid of the need for that 2 o'clock, when you have that 2 o'clock drop of energy. No, once you're on this technology, it is going to continue work throughout the day. So you don't need the those energy drinks, all right? It enhances the brain's ability with the vision, clarity, and focus to meet your everyday challenges. It's a mood enhancer and it helps with chronic stress. It helps those who are suffering from insomnia that they will get deep restorative sleep. Cellular detoxification and replace takes place when the deeper you sleep. It enhances the immune system, and it also got anti-parasitic and anti-pathogenic support as well. Body-wide support for your major organ system. And here's the best line. Here's the most important line of this entire presentation. It enhances the ability of the body to manage itself and to maintain homeostasis. So we are not selling you some products or getting you to buy some products that are going to heal your body. They're not going to heal your diabetes, not going to heal your cancer, it's not going to heal your eye issues, not going to heal your heart or kidney issues. No. What is happening is that you're getting this technology into your body, getting into the cell, gets into the mitochondria. The mitochondria now goes to work, get the body back into homeostasis, get it back into equilibrium, get it back into balance. Once your body now obtains homeostasis, it's going to start healing itself from the inside out. So it's gonna start getting rid of what needs to be gotten rid of, fix what needs to be fixed, and get things sorted out properly. Folks, it's amazing, this body that you have, that you live in, that how it knows exactly what needs to be done. But over the years, we have bombarded it with all kind of stuff: free radical damage, oxidative stress, inflammation, bad medication, bad food, dirty water, stressful lifestyle. So we have actually put it under a lot of stress. And so based on that, it's just a big struggle. And then the mitochondria gets damaged. The mitochondria is in deficit, so it is not producing the energy that it needs to produce for the body to do what it needs to do. But now here comes the Ultra Mito Restore, which is going to help it to get back to homeostasis. Now, here are some documented benefits of the olive oil and the other superfoods that are involved in this product. Documented benefits include excessive fatigue relief, healthy blood sugar support, healthy blood pressure support, heart and cardiovascular support, general major organ support. Folks, these are amazing benefits, and this is just a few of the documented benefits. Healthy weight loss, healthy hair, youthful skin, anti-parasitic, anti-pathogenic stuff, cholesterol improvement, immune system response, especially dealing with stuff like arthritis, fibromyalgia, and so on and so on. Now, the benefits of Restore can be especially important to persons that are experiencing extreme energy deficit from the effects of medication. So you may be taking some medication, especially if you're taking it for viral issues like the herpes and the HIVs and all of that kind of stuff. And let's stop on the HIV for a while. There was one lady who had to move from one state to another. And so what happened is that, I guess, based on her testimony, it was a quick move. And when she got to the other state, she found out that she left her antiretroviral drugs because she was HIV positive and she was dealing with some issues. And so she left her antiretroviral drugs, and her CD4 count was below 500. It was in the 300s. Folks, once your CD4 count drops below 500, we know you're HIV positive and you potentially can be in trouble. What happened is that she just could not get it at where she was, but she had our products with her, and she started doubling up and tripling up on it. And then after a few weeks, she went back to get the CD4 count checked out, only to find out that she was now over 1,000. This technology knocked the HIV virus out of her cells. Now, understand that this HIV virus here, what does it do? It attacks your T cells. It attacks the immune system. It attacks the part of your body that fight against pathogens. It attacks and antigens and anything that is coming to cause problem. So it breaks the body's ability to fight off stuff. That's what HIV does when it becomes full-blown AIDS, because any little thing can now kill you, even as regular as just getting wet outside and catching the common cold. Even that can kill you when you have full-blown AIDS. And so this technology that she used was able to knock the AIDS virus out of her system. Amazing. Folks, this is great for anybody who is want to strive for athletic performance. Those with your occupation require that you have problem-solving skills. It gets rid of the brain fog, it keeps you focused, and it helps you to complete your tasks. Working moms and that. Anybody who just want to be as healthy as they can be, try Restore today and launch a rescue mission for yourself. How do you take the Restore? Again, it comes with an applicator. It is recommended that you take 4 milliliters per day. The formulator also recommends that you double up or more for the first few days, because you can be taking in the morning, or you can take it in the evening, single dose, or you can split it up. Here is my recommendation. If you're dealing with some chronic issues, kidney problem, uh, heart problem, diabetes, high blood pressure, um, any kind of chronic thing you've been dealing with for taking medication for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I am going to suggest that for the first while, even for at least 10 to 14 days, you double up instead of doubling up, triple up. The goal is that you take 4 milliliters per day. I would say take 12 to 16 for the first 2 weeks. Give your immune system a jolt. Give the mitochondria a jolt. Get it up to that level where it will now power up the cell so that it can start knocking out stuff out of your body. That is what that lady did when she realized she did not have her antiretroviral drugs with her, and she was able to allow her body to get rid of the HIV. And that is amazing. So, how do you take it? So, let's say you're going to take, say, 12 milliliters for the day. Do not put all of them in your mouth at one time. So, what you're going to do with the applicator that it comes with, you're going to fill it up to 1 milliliter, top line. That's 1 milliliter. You're going to put it under your tongue and hold it there for approximately 2 minutes. Allow it to be totally absorbed. Once it gets totally absorbed, then you can take the second one. But don't have more than 1 milliliter at any one time under your tongue. And so you can take it some in the morning, some around 10ish. I am recommending, though, also that you take it about half an hour before you eat before you have breakfast. If you do that, I believe that you will. So you get a shot there. Everything is done and so you will start seeing more efficacy when you do that. And the other thing I would also suggest also that before you have your breakfast, maybe 10 minutes or so before breakfast, have a cup of room temperature water. Wash out, get rid of some of that gunk that has been sitting down in your stomach overnight, and then you have your breakfast. That's just a FYI right there. How quickly can you see the results? Some people report results same day. Most people report benefits in weeks, days to weeks. Most instances, what you're going to find out is that the body is detoxified. How does your body detoxify? How do you know that it's detoxified? Well, you probably feel like a slight headache. Are you going to feel a little bit tired that you want to sleep a little bit more? All because toxins are being pulled out of your body, toxins are being driven out of your body. So that's how you will feel. Other persons feel they probably weren't going to the bathroom more than say 4 or 5 times per week. Now they're going to the bathroom 4 or 5 times per day, not with watery diarrhea, however, but they're going there and they are finding out that the colon is now being detoxified as it's getting rid of everything that was sitting in there for maybe months. All you're going to find out is that now it is being removed from your body. The other thing I like to say about taking this Restore is that once you start taking it, you want to up your water intake to your 6 to 8 glasses per day. Because once it's beginning to flush the colon, if you're dehydrated, then you're going to become constipated. All right. So if you have complex issues that you've been dealing with for years, you're going to want to be a little bit more patient with when things are working. So you're going to take time and then you're going to start seeing it working over time. So if you're being on stuff that requires medication or other supplementation, you need to be patient. Here are the 44 ingredients that are in that go to make up the Restore. Again, it's our lipid soluble formulation. And so a lot of these ingredients are anti-cancer, anti-hypertension, anti-hyperglycemia. They help with mood enhancement. They help with libido enhancement. They help persons who are, and a lot of them are anti-inflammatory. So you just take a picture of it, go through them, and you see what they can for you. And so these have been properly formulated scientifically by Dr. Bevan Elliott and his team. And so they are formulated in the right proportion. Let's talk about the Rejuvenate, which is our topical gel. And this is good for anything that itches, scratches, any breakout, or any irritants. So whatever is the discomfort or pain that you're dealing with, like joint pain, muscle aches and pain, you're dealing with stuff from burning and tingling in your feet, maybe from diabetic neuropathy, any kind of stuff like that, it helps with. If you got random bumps and bruises and breakouts, any kind of fine lines and wrinkles, it helps with that. Persons who have sunburn, sun damage, even if it's been decades old, you will find out that it starts restoring the good texture of your skin. Any kind of insect bites, persons who've been struggling with dandruff, they use Nizoral, they use Head and Shoulder, they use all of these expensive dandruff shampoo. Nothing work. They're finding out that this thing is actually working for them. Persons are using it as a natural deodorant because, as I like to say, when you go to the store to buy your deodorant, check, make sure that it doesn't have aluminum in it. As aluminum in your deodorant is actually carcinogenic and can cause lymphoma and other type of cancer. So it helps to repair damage here. It helps the folks with dry and tired eyes and folks who have sinus issues. Put it on a Q-tip, massage it in your nose, and you will find out that it will clear up your sinus infection. So if you want younger, fresher looking skin, if you want natural alternative to medication for pain and discomfort, if you want to sharpen your vision and get quick relief from eye strain, for those who want to pursue a vigorous athletic workout routine, just want to be as healthy as you can possibly be with less emotional stress and physical discomfort, use the Rejuvenate. How do you take it? Now, it's recommended that you order them together, the Rejuvenate and the Restore. And so when it comes to your door, you take 1.5 milliliters of the Restore and you put it in the gel. Stir it up together, and then you are going to apply or thoroughly massage the Rejuvenate into and around the affected area. Reapply multiple times per day as needed. And then continue to use it even after the discomfort is gone for a more complete recovery. All right, so that is how you do with that. Now, for some instances and some issues again, you're gonna see results within minutes, within days, and some will take days to weeks. Other issues including skin abnormalities like moles, warts, and skin tags will show results over time, especially depending upon how much detoxification needs to be done. And if you have complex issues, then it's gonna require that you'll be a little bit more patient. So these are the ingredients again that are in the Rejuvenate, our 22 ingredients. Again, they are all formulated and they synergetically work with the Restore so that you will get maximum benefit. Let's talk about the Ultra Mito Renew, brain and body. So it works to give you optimal physical performance. Take it to another level. So the Renew, our brain and body, will take your mental and physical performance to another level. It was created again by Dr. Bevan Elliott to work in concert with the Restore and the Rejuvenate to give you the power to be your best from the cell up. So we're working from a cellular level. We're going deep from a cellular level. So let me ask this question. Is your vision as good as it used to be? Do you have less strength and stamina than you did when you were younger? Can you remember things as well as you once did? Is your brain as sharp as it once was? Or has it become more difficult to maintain your blood pressure, your blood sugar, and proper weight? Let's talk about your immune system. Is it as strong as it once was? Or does every time there is a change in the weather, you catch a cold? And when you do catch colds, do they take longer for you to get better? Or whenever you get any kind of sickness, do they take longer to get better? Do you bounce back from injuries or illnesses as quickly as you once did? Now, if it's taking longer, the question then is if you answer yes to any of those questions, it means that you need to get this technology in the body. So the brain and body adds another dimension to the more mitochondrial strategy for health, wellness, and personal empowerment. It brings these water-soluble ingredients with additional effects in the growth of the mitochondria. Now, this complements and extends the benefits of the oil-soluble ingredients in Restore. So the lipid-soluble ingredients in Restore, back up now by the water-soluble ingredients in the Renew, they are just going to work synergetically now so that it doesn't matter what cell makeup you're dealing with, whether it's lipid soluble or water soluble, we now have them covered from either side. The ingredients in the Renew, they are here. You can look at them, and this is what they are. No, let's talk about cause and effect. The cause, what did we say was the reason for sicknesses and disease? Low energy, right? What is the source of energy for the cell? The mitochondria. So basically then, indirectly what we're saying is that mitochondrial issues are the reason for sicknesses and diseases. So once the mitochondria start operating poorly, start getting weak, start having in deficiency, then inflammation sets in, then free radical damage sets in, then oxidative stress sets in. Then now we start experiencing the effects of aging. So by fixing the mitochondria, by getting these in technology into these cells, we can now start seeing the reversal of the effects of inflammation, reversal of the effects of oxidative stress, reversal of the effects of free radical damage, and reversal of the effects of aging. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, if we fix the mitochondria, gets the body back into equilibrium, now the body will fix itself. How do you get started? Get back to the person that invited you, get their personal website, sign up as a referring customer for free. And then once you do that, then you can now order your product as you see fit. Up to you. But it's a free sign up. You don't have to worry. You're not going to be forced to purchase anything until you are ready. And then once you are ready, then you can go ahead and do just that. So the person is going to send you this. They're going to send you a link that looks just like this. And then once you sign up for free, here's some announcement. Let me just check the announcement before we go forward. For those of you who are living in the States, in the Atlanta region, the president is going to be down there the 28th of September and the 29th of September. And then they're going to be in Florence, I think Florence, South Carolina, Orangeburg, South Carolina, and then also in Florence, South Carolina. So those of you who are in the States, or if you just want to fly there to go meet up with them, then you can actually do that. All right. So once you sign up, you'll see all these announcements and stuff appearing there. But so you get ready to purchase, you go to Shop More Mind. Then you're going to click on People's Health Product. You click on that, and this is going to come up. So the 3 people product are Ultra Mito Restore, Ultra Mito Brain and Body, which is the Renew, and the Ultra Mito Rejuvenate. Now, you can read about them a little bit more, click on it, and it will give you the full breakdown of how it works and all of that. You can go through that. But you can scroll down, and then this is Dr. Bevan Elliott. He's the scientist behind the XBS technology, that proprietary delivery system. And then now, I would recommend that you just stop on by here, listen to some of these testimonials, and then it will kind of give you more confidence in what's going on. Then you are going to go to buy now. You go to buy now. And so we have the Pet Life product and all of that. And we have super bundles and so on and so on and so on. But let me just scroll down here. I recommend that you're buying bundle. I'll explain in a minute. So we have what is the Restore Rejuvenate bundle. So this one in particular, you buy one Restore, which is the liquid formulation, and you purchase also one Rejuvenate, and you will get a second bottle of Rejuvenate for free. The cost of this bundle is $150. So you buy the Restore Rejuvenate and you get the other Rejuvenate for free. And if you want to go on what we call auto ship, where they'll just ship it to you at the end of the month, then you will get an extra $10 discount. So you'll get that for $150. Now, if like me, you know persons who are living with discomfort, you know persons who would like to be healthy, you know persons who are dealing with medication and all that other stuff, you order bundle number 2. So bundle number 2 comes with a restore and a rejuvenate. But then it also comes with 12 mini jars. You get those for free. These are what we suggest you use them for your marketing. Give it to somebody, get them to use it. Once they use it, then now they will want to get on board and become a customer or become a partner with you. And every time they purchase, you will get some kind of commission from that. But give it to them for free first so that they can start using. All right, so you can just go through these and you will see exactly what they are. So then let's look at the bundle for the brain and body. It's really a pity. I mean, it was going so well. It came out, and in less than 2 months, the brain and body was sold out. But it should be back hopefully by next week, because 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, they said in about 4 weeks. So hopefully by next week we will have it back. And so with that one, you get one restore, one rejuvenate, and one renew, and that comes for approximately $160. But remember, we're talking about persons who are on chronic medication for a long time. You're dealing with stuff, you're taking all these harsh medication for high blood pressure, for diabetes, for kidney problems, for heart problems, and all of that. I would recommend that you buy a super bundle. It comes with 2 restore and 1 rejuvenate. Now, here's how I recommend you take it. For the first bottle that you're gonna take, you go like 12, you go about 12 milliliters per day until it's finished, because you want to really go hard at these issues that you're dealing with. We go about 12 milliliters per day until it's done, and then you can go down back. When you get to the second bottle, you can go back to the 4 to 6 milliliters per day. But you want to do this because you want to give your system a jolt, right? Now, let's say you are, husband and wife at home, and both of you want to take this because you've been married for 25, 30, 40 years, but now all kind of stuff is setting in, the joint pain, the arthritis, all of this kind of stuff. Then I would suggest that you buy the power bundle. Get this power bundle number 1, because what happened with this, it comes with, instead of sharing, it comes with 2 restore and 2 rejuvenate. And so that it makes it better for that. It doesn't finish as quick as if 2 people are just trying to use 1 set. Now, why I suggest that you buy it in bundles is because of this. The restore by itself is $110. The rejuvenate by itself is $60. The mini jar of 12 by itself is $60. And then the brain and body, that's also $60. So when you buy them in bundle, then you get discount. The other thing is, for those who are interested in getting a nutritional counseling, we have a registered nutritionist on board, Dr. Dan, and for about $30, between $20 and $30, you can actually get nutritional counseling. So basically, that is what it is. So hopefully you heard something that makes sense to you. Hopefully you heard something that will motivate you to start taking care of your body, one cell at a time, one tissue at a time, one organ at a time, one system at a time, and eventually taking care of this entire organism that we call you. All right. Thanks for listening, and I hand back over to Dr. Campbell. Marva, you better take over. Dr. Campbell is MIA.
Okay. I was just gonna look for him because he was having issues with his computer. Okay. Yes. So I'm not gonna do what he normally does because I don't have the full information about the 3 wise men, as he called them. Um, who are the people who started this great company? Um, Dr. Bevan Elliott. He's the chief scientist. Um, Roger Hill, who's the CEO, and Dale Bonet, who is the president. And all together, they put these things together and market it well, and Kai will finish the rest. So I'm going to jump right into a territory that I know well. So we're going to do the QA, Doctor. Um, do the Q&A.
Yep, I'm ready to go.
Wonderful. Now, we have a little bit of rules. And one is that you raise your hand if you want to be able to speak to the doctor. By raising your hand, you could press the reactions button, and you'll see that option where you need to press raise hands, and that will sorry, that will indicate to me I see a raised hand, and then I will call upon you. Please, I'm begging you, please do not open your microphone and speak or with a noisy background. The doctor is speaking. These things are very important to people when they ask a question to the doctor, that he's able to speak. You can also write in the chat, and we'll able. Oh, there's maybe one thing I need to do. Okay. So you all unmuted now, but like I said, do not do it out of turn. Go ahead, please. Anybody want to raise their hand? Anybody have comments in the chat? You can go ahead and do so now, please.
We also welcome testimonials.
Okay, yes, we do. So questions, testimonial, comment, we'll take any of those. Everybody shy? Just remember to do it in a timely manner, please.
Diane.
There we go, Diane. Diane, go ahead, please. Open your microphone.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Diane.
Okay, so this is my second time on. I was on
Good,
the other
welcome.
evening and I got a little bit, so now I got the details.
Okay.
Oh, I remember
Don't
you.
understand all
Yeah,
the
me too.
technicalities, but I'm understanding that all sickness comes from low energy, and the mitochondria gives you the energy to deal with everything. Okay,
Amen.
so
Good student, doctor.
I'm telling you.
okay, so I suffered a stroke 5 years ago, and I still struggle with I don't know if it's brain fog, but anything I take, whether it's my medication, whether it's a supplement, whether it's a nutritional drink, natural that I prepare, I have this I don't know, it's low energy, you would call it, yes. My mind, my head is tight, my vision gets blurred. I still am weak on the left side. That was affected by the stroke. And so sometimes when I'm taking new stuff, like I'm thinking of purchasing, but when I think about taking new stuff, as I put it in my mouth, I feel it in my head, my eyes, my sometimes the left side just gone haywire. My leg gone haywire, like some confusion in the head. I don't know. I take one tablet kind of religiously. That's blood pressure tablet. But I take my pressure every day. Sometimes I take it more than once in the morning. But like if it's at 1:30 something, I don't take it for that time until it goes up, if it goes up. But I find that my pulse is, I took into consideration what was said the other evening, that you must do 15 minutes of activity to raise your heart rate to 180 minus your age. Mine would be 119. My pulse is usually 50 something, and I know it's supposed to be from 60 to 100. I do my blood pressure. My blood pressure tablet is 5 mg, 5 milligram. When it's not heavy. I'm supposed to do blood thinner. I do it sometimes, but I'm not religiously on it. The blood thinner. So if I buy the Rejuvenate and the Restore, can I still take the tablet, that a medication that I'm taking? Can I take it near to each other? Or I have to take it, like if I take the products, I have to take the blood pressure hours after. So will it affect?
I would give it a 3 hour window.
So if I'm gonna do the Restore and so just the
Ju-
Restore,
Just the
not
Restore, yeah.
not the rubbing one.
No, just the Restore. I would give
If
it a
I
3 hour. I would give it a 3 hour window.
so do it,
Even though it's not counteracting, it's not antagonistic. So I would just do it 3 hour before or 3 hour after.
okay. So I'll have to check my pressure before, because if it's up, I don't know if I'm gonna take it.
No, this reduces blood pressure.
It does. Okay.
Yes. That's what I was
Well,
saying. It's anti-hypertensive. So it means it
yes,
reduces.
you said that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So okay. All right. I just wanted to know that. So I guess when I start it, I'll see the result and I'll report the result.
Most definitely. We look
Thank
forward to
you.
that.
And
Awesome.
thanks, you're so obedient. You mean business for your body to get well. Thank you.
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. Yeah, so there was another hand, but it's gone now. Maybe I got an answer in the meantime there. Okay. No one is writing in the chat. Oh, hands are back. Okay.
Good evening.
Okay, I
Hello?
don't know where you are now.
Can-
Okay.
Hello?
Okay, I have two people. I have two people, and with their hands not being up, and then trying to find. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Call the name
Go
of the
ahead.
person that you want.
Sasoy. They had their hand up before.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is Conrad.
It's you. Lord Jesus. Go ahead, please.
Phone is out, so I have to use another phone.
Okay. Okay.
Quick question, doctor. Well, I have about two questions or comments really.
Okay.
Person's going through they're dealing with bone on bone issue, and they're having like pain in their knees and what you call it now, funny feeling in the knees. Can you explain what is really going on in the knees? You know, after using the product for about 2 to 3 months and seeing some results, but now you're having some tinglings in the knees and some funny feeling in the knees.
I think our ligaments and tissues are being regenerated and renewed. So yes, one of the things we have to talk to people about with this product actually is that once there's gonna be what you call it, like ebbs and flows. So you're gonna go through some days when you just feel fantastic, and then maybe a day or two you might feel a little bit, because as things are being renewed, the body is going through is dealing with different issues at the same time. But most persons who have knee problem, bone and bone through arthritis, whichever kind of arthritis it is, they find out that over time it starts growing back the tissues, and then they get to the point where they are walking upstairs, playing with their kids again, because all of this stuff is basically inflammatory driven. And so once we get rid of the inflammation, and then we start growing back the mitochondria, then the mitochondria then start growing back the tissues that have been damaged. And that's why we say again, usually when you have these kind of issues, folks needs to be a little bit more patient with it and just give it time. But it's stuff that's being grown back, being regrown, and that is what is so causing some of that stuff. So it's all good stuff. Just be patient and continue.
Thank you, doctor.
So
Will
that's
that
what's
be
causing the discomfort then.
Yeah, because the regrowth and all of that. And you know, and sometimes when we feel better today, we just feel like, oh, everything fixed and done. So we just gone back to the regular normal activities and overdoing it. We still need to be patient and we still need to be careful.
Okay, another quick statement that persons, I realize that persons that when they start taking the product and they start having say headaches and stuff like that, yeah, persons will tend to want to stop using the product, you know,
But
because they
and
don't
and that is why they need to come to the presentation and listen again, because I said one of the things that's going to start happening is that because toxins are being driven out of your body, headache is one of the side effects, and it's because your body is being cleansed. Headache, or you might feel somewhat tired that you want to sleep some more. These are just side effects, and the other one that comes with it is frequent visitation to the bathroom through poo. And then once you start taking it, you have to up your water intake. A person, a lot of us just believe that diarrhea is basically watery. Diarrhea does not have to be watery. You can be having diarrhea and it's not watery, depend on the volume of poo that comes out. And so we have persons who have diarrhea from taking these products because their colon has been so backed up for so long. And then now this thing now start cleansing the colon. We have had a young doctor on here. She's what, 29 years old yet. And she was saying that when she started taking the product, she was saying it to the gentleman that this is not working. And then she said, oh, the only thing I find happening is that I'm pooing so much now that I almost flood my apartment because of how much came out. She said that when she tried to flush, she almost flooded the apartment because of how much poo came out and how often she was going for the day. And then she realized, oh my God, it is the stuff that I'm taking. It is the Renew that is doing it. And a couple of things start happening. Her stomach, her tummy got flatter. Her face, the breakout of the acne and stuff, those just basically disappear. Um, she was just passing gas all over the place. All of a sudden, she find out she's not passing gas as often anymore, and she also found out that the stench of her gas was not as pungent as it once was, and she realized, oh, my colon was being cleansed, and she's a doctor. So yeah.
Great, great.
just one comment. I realize a lot of people don't want to go through what you call the detoxification process and the retracing process. You know, persons when they're having the detoxification, you know, they think something is wrong or that's a side effect of
Yes.
the product. I always tell
Yes.
persons the side benefits, you know.
Yeah. So I guess I need to start talking about that some more in the presentation. But you know that, but to be honest, persons hear what they want to hear, and sometimes they hear that and don't hear it, and it's just one of them things.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Conrad. Thank you so much. Yvonne, open your mic, please, dear.
Good evening, doctor.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, everyone on the line. I just want to ask a question pertaining to muscle spasm. The pain that you may feel, what is the best thing to take for it? And is it that muscle spasm also is a bad blood circulation?
It could be a circulatory issue, and it could also be a problem with oh, so rude. It could also be a problem that you might be magnesium deficient.
Okay. So what do you take for that one?
Okay, so you need to take magnesium biscayate. If you have muscle issues, you take it along with the with these Mito Ultra Mito Restore and Rejuvenate product, because you want to massage the muscles with the gel. You want to massage the muscles with the gel, but to really kind of help you. Thank you so much, Joy. The magnesium, it's on the screen, folks. I'm probably bite my tongue trying to pronounce that.
Okay.
It's in the message. So if you buy the one without the bis, so the word is like biscayate and all of that stuff, it is the exact same thing if it's just a magnesium chiate or magnesium biscayate. It's exactly the same one. It's just play on words. But you want to do that. And a lot of times, a lot of us on this line here are actually magnesium deficient. And so our muscles need magnesium.
Okay.
We all need it. And it's deficient in our food. And so you take it, you buy, just don't buy any old one. You want to buy the right one. You want to talk to the person at the store. I'm not talking the young lady behind the counter. No disrespect, but sometimes you don't know nothing. So you want to talk to the nutritionist. You want to talk to the guy there who have a piece of paper behind his knee, so he can tell you exactly which one to get.
So is that help the sometimes you have that tingling.
Yeah, man. You take
Right.
that helps that's helped immensely.
Okay. And according to the products that I am what and what, because I realized that the doctor is saying that my pressure, and I never really trouble with blood pressure, but recently they are saying my pressure is getting high. I have to watch it.
How is your salt intake?
I cut down off the salt.
You cut down off the salt. Okay. How is the how active are you?
But he said I am active, but they are saying maybe my cholesterol, they watch the cholesterol that I have.
Are you on blood pressure medication?
No, doc.
You're not on medication yet. All right. So some kind of lifestyle changes can help. One of the problem with cholesterol also is the fact that when our body is inflamed, when we're full of inflammation, one of the things the body does, because the liver produces the cholesterol, 75% of the cholesterol that we need, the liver produces it, and the other 25 comes from meat and stuff that we eat. However, if your body is totally inflamed, your liver is going to overproduce cholesterol, because one of the things that the cholesterol does is that it repairs blood vessels that has been damaged. All right. So we want to get rid of the inflammation out of our body. And one of the things that the products that we have here does is that about 7 or 8 of the ingredients from my last check, they were anti-inflammatory. So they do get rid of the inflammation out of your body. And so then once you get rid of the excessive inflammation, then your body will not be producing cholesterol in excess. It's about cause and effect. We just don't want to say, here, take some statin medication. No, we want to find out what is the issue, what is causing this overproduction of cholesterol, fix that issue, and then we don't have to get your measures.
Okay. So none of the products not so it's best for me to check out what is happening.
No, I'm telling you what is happening, and I'm telling you what can fix it. The Restore can actually help with the excess, get rid of the inflammation in your body, which is
okay.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
what I'm saying. Okay.
Yes. So the Restore is the best one.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that, because they both have different reasons. They both have different mechanism of action. They both have different benefits. So if you're feeling like joint pain and all of them kind of stuff, that's for the Rejuvenate. If you have skin issues, for example, I found out that when persons have ringing in the ears and all of that, the Rejuvenate actually works better than the Restore. Okay. Because what they just rub it on the outside of the ears. So it's they both work together synergetically to ensure that you get best results.
The best about both of them then.
Yes, that's what we say in the presentation. I still stand by that. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Doc.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Yvonne. Well, doctor, I didn't think I have any hearing problem because I hear everything, even when it's none of my business. But I was rubbing, you were telling somebody to rub the Rejuvenate behind their ears and stuff. And I did that. And then next thing you know, I was talking one day, and all of a sudden, everything just got really loud. And I'm saying, oh my God, I didn't even know I had a hearing problem.
Yeah.
So thanks. I'm catching a few things. Okay, I see V Russell with their mic open. And is that an accident? Because you could not be opening your mic while I'm speaking.
Just close it. You can just close it.
Okay.
Okay, so somebody was asking about the pressure in the eyes. So what you would do is that you would still take it sublingually, the Restore, but then the Rejuvenate, now you rub it directly on the eyelid. I know a lot of people put it in their eyes, but I am not that brave. I'm not gonna tell nobody. So you You put it on the eyelid because the eyelid is the thinnest skin in the body, and then you're gonna put it to the side, right at the temple there, and you're gonna massage it in. Folks, it is not lotion. It is not lotion. So just don't put it on like lotion. I want you to massage it. Spend some time. Spend that extra 90 seconds and just massage it in there. Just massage it in. Whether it be on your knees, whether it be on your elbows, whether it be in your scalp, treat it as a massage aisle and watch it does stuff for you. We're gonna talk about stuff in the mouth, the candidas and all of them kind of stuff. Yes. Any kind of infection, any kind of infection. So even though actually the rejuvenate can actually be used and mouth sores and all of that kind of stuff, it really works well for them. One gentleman was saying that he went to the dentist, and when the hygienist looked at his mouth, she almost dropped the equipment out of her hand and run to get the dentist because they were saying this guy's not supposed to be here smiling and talking. They were actually looking at the nerve. That's how badly the teeth was decayed. And the doctor, even the dentist, was like, "How is it that you're not screaming in pain?" And he said it was the Restore and the Rejuvenate he used. So that was able to kind of help him not to have the pain until they did what they have to do. The other thing, folks, when you do the Restore, before, like when you put it under your tongue, I know there's going to be some residue left in your mouth and all of that. Just swish it. Swish it in your mouth before you swallow it. It actually helps to kill the bacteria that cause bad breath. It actually helps to do that. It kills the bacteria that cause bad breath. So some persons are waking up in the morning now, no morning breath. All right. So it just helps to do that.
Great. Great. Thank you so much.
I hope
Anyone
Dr.
else want to raise your hand?
I hope Dr. Campbell is okay because I haven't.
I just sent him a message because I see it was on there.
Yes,
So
I'm actually
There you go.
okay. And what I missed that when I wanted to open my mic because I wasn't co-host, I could not have opened it at the time. But I'm now being made co-host.
okay.
Yes.
And
Thank
for
you for
some
asking.
and for some
Yeah.
reason, you actually sound clearer on this link than the previous one.
Yeah.
And unlike Marv, I didn't put any Restore in a Rejuvenate in my ears and have a earbud.
And it popped.
Yeah, so
Oh
you
my
see,
God.
so that is basically Marv there. So that is basically like when those folks are putting it on their eyes, and even though it's in the middle of the day, it feels like somebody just turned on a light.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so yeah, folks, because sometimes, just put it on the ear, rub it on the temple, rub it behind your ear, because the smallest thing that you're supposed to put in your ears is your elbow.
Sorry about that. To come back again.
Yeah,
Okay.
the smallest thing you're supposed to put in your ears is your elbow. All right.
Is it what?
Your elbow.
Okay.
Yeah. So in other words, I'm saying don't put anything in your ear.
Nothing.
Listen, the tympanic membrane, it is so thin. Can you imagine you put a thing in your ears and somebody or something just happened and it get hit? That tympanic membrane gonna burst. And that hurt like hell.
Crazy. Yeah.
All right, I think we can give back to Dr. Campbell.
Yes, Dr. Campbell. I don't know if you were hearing at the time that I was not about to do your thing. I just jumped over to the Q&A.
So before Dr. Campbell comes, somebody's asking about skin disorder.
Let's see.
Are they talking about vitiligo? I have not seen anything where vitiligo. I've not seen anything for vitiligo, but it's because the reason you're having this vitiligo, again, it's a mitochondrial issue because those melanin pumps underneath the skin there are not working. So if we can fix them, then they should start working again, and we should be able to reverse the effects of vitiligo. Yes.
Okay. All right, are we clear there now?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, so Dr. Campbell, please go ahead and do your thing about the three wise men. I just mentioned their names. That's it. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Lady Marva.
You're
So,
welcome,
ladies and
sir.
gentlemen, The reason why we have these amazing technology products, and you may come on for the first or second time and say, what are these guys talking about? I'm 30, 40, 50, or 60 years old, and I've never heard of products working like this from my doctor, from a herbalist, from a naturopathic doctor. I've never seen anything, even on the internet, that works as well as these products. What on earth is happening here? That's because a Dr. Bevan Elliott was able to go to the Lord and say, Lord, I've seen what is happening to my family. Many are dying from cancers, diabetes, high blood pressure. Many are having memory loss issues, and many are having so many other different kind of conditions. How could you help me to make a product to help my family, help my friends, neighbors, and just people in general to die from old age and not to keep on dying from diseases? And the Lord working along with him. So he went to university, got his qualifications as a chemist, as a physicist. He learned nanotechnology, and he did a lot of studies. And he came back with all his qualifications, sat at the feet of Jesus with his bag of qualifications from science, and said, Lord, see my scientific qualifications here. Now teach me how to make a product to help people to die of old age and not just keep on dying from diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever a noble prayer, thought, and request, because the Lord said that he will grant you the desires of your heart. His desire was just to make people live long, live healthy, live young, and live strong, and die at a ripe old age. So he said, Jesus said to me, and this happened over a 9-year period eventually, to use these ingredients in these quantities. The Lord taught him how to target the mitochondria, and the Lord taught him how to use exponential delivery system that goes beyond nanotechnology, which means a millionth part. So it makes it smaller than small, micro small. That is why Dr. Desmond explains that these ingredients are able to get into the cell with consummate ease. It didn't just come like that. It came because somebody humbled themselves and said, Jesus, help mankind. So the Lord taught him how to make these products. The balm and the rejuvenate, we call it oil. Sorry, the rejuvenate lotion, balm, or, so many people call it different names. And the restore now is the oil. So the Lord showed him how to give mankind a balm and an oil at the same time. When you hear people use these technologies and they begin to get benefits, you know that he's talking the truth. Because if Jesus did not teach him, why of all the thousands of scientists that didn't get it right, Dr. Bevan Elliott got it right? I think he's correct and he's talking the truth. That Jesus taught him, the Lord taught him how to make something to rescue mankind. So Mr. Dale Bonet is the president. Mr. Roger Hill is the CEO. And the research and development man, you want to put that in the hand of Dr. Bevan Elliott. And he has given us 3 powerful technologically advanced products that can't be found anywhere else except you get it from Moore Mito. So you are at a good place. You have spent a lot of money to regain your health. You have spent a lot of money not to lose your health. Here comes the best thing you can do. Get your mitochondria working right 24/7. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new techniques. This is the secret. This is a new strategy that people are using just to stay well. I can say to you, you are next in line for your blessing, for your children, for your spouse, male or female, and your neighbor. People are struggling. We say, buy the products. When you get it, bless it, take it, and see what Jesus will do for you. And people are saying, this is happening. Jesus is my deliverer, etc. So if there are no more questions at this time, I would not ask you to wait any longer. Somebody said, oh, something in the chat room, Mama.
All right, Nicola was asking about black block of the ear. Does it clear it up? It does clear it up, but again, you also have to look at root cause. You might need to get it syringe because if over the years you have been pressing down stuff in it with those Q-tips, you might need to do some get it syringe by your GP, or you might need to just go to somebody who does ear candling and they can pull it out. All right, so that can happen there. And does it help with we have so many testimonials. If you should go on the website and go in the back office, you'll get testimonials on practically every kind of cancer. From it can persons moving from stage 4 to stage 2 within weeks, persons having their colon cancer surgery canceled after a couple of months, from persons finding out that even after surgery that some of the tumors have been moved from malignant to benign. There's so lots and lots of testimonials on cancer. If you go online, you can see a lot of them. All right.
Wow.
Again, thank you for your time. No, when you put the Restore under the tongue, it's not about swallowing it. When you put the Restore under your tongue, what's going to happen is that it's going to be absorbed right into your bloodstream. That's why you take it sublingually. If you keep it there for a good 90 to 120 seconds, you don't need to worry. It's going to be absorbed right there. And for, okay, so Dr. Campbell has the PowerPoint. He's going to do some tweak to it. And once that is done, he'll be able to send it to those who are requesting it. So just got to tweak it a little bit and make it look a little bit nicer and so on and so forth. But yeah, so the Restore, you put it under your tongue and you just hold it there 90
Yes.
to 120 seconds. And yeah, so the residual that you're gonna find in your mouth, that's usually from the saliva. That came from the salivary gland, but it's really nothing major. And so, like I said, whatever is left there, you just swish it before you swallow it. But by that time, 90% of it is already absorbed deep into your bloodstream, and it's on its way to the mitochondria.
Great.
Okay.
Hey, Dr. Campbell, can you give it a wrap there, please, sir? I don't think there's anybody else.
No, that's a wrap.
Dr. Campbell? Did we lose you again, sir? Okay.
All right, folks, thank you for coming. We're just going to end in prayer. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for your love. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your peace that passeth all understanding. We thank you for grace. We thank you for giving us this opportunity to minister to your people in this fashion. God, we pray that you will order our steps in your word and help us to do exactly what it is that you want us to do. We pray for the company. We pray that the efficacy of the product will continue to be of great standard. Bless everyone that is on this line and continue to bless us and make us a blessing. These and other mercies we ask in Jesus' name.
Amen. Dr. Campbell.
Amen.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can, sir.
I don't know. The mic, it says it's open, but you weren't hearing me, so I'm not sure what is happening to the technology
Yeah.
tonight. I might need to
That's all
sprinkle
right.
some Restore on this
You
thing
know
to
what I'm
restore.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
But okay, so allow me to remind you that this coming Wednesday, the 25th of September, is our Testimony Wednesday. We
yes.
invite you now to invite friends and family for those who
And
want to
doubters.
hear how the products have helped over time. Because some are taking this product now for 4 or 5 months or so, some 3 months, some 3 weeks, and they have gotten different levels of testimonies. We invite persons to come with your testimony. And if you want to indicate to us in advance that you want to share your testimony, that will be very good. So please come with your testimonies. Come, expect to hear testimonials. Bring members of your family and friends to hear these stories. And no one paid us to say these things. It's all voluntary. And it's
Yes.
all because of our love for what God has done for mankind. So
Amen.
please do that.
Amen.
We are happy. This is the new link. Keep on sharing with friends and families that there is a new link, and they have to tune in with this new link to get on. The old one
Okay.
will not work anymore for those who need to know.
Mhm.
Also, there was something. Oh yes, I didn't get to thank Dr. Samuels after the presentation because my mic wasn't open. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree with me that Dr. Samuels did another excellent presentation.
Man.
We thank you, Dr. Samuels, on the behalf of everyone on this call tonight, this evening, that you have showed up again and you know watered down nothing. Full 100. If it was in Jamaica, would say you are like tasty patty, always hot, always spicy, always consistent. And you are like that. You are consistent, you are vibesy, you have the energy, you're not boring, you have the thing, cook and curry, you're always in your aki when it comes to this. We know you love the mitochondria because the way that you bring it across. We have learned so much from you, sir. And even when you're speaking to people who don't know about the mitochondria, you make us sound intelligent because some of them don't even remember that they have something called a mitochondria. So thank you for the time you have taken to educate us and to empower us. We also want to thank our engineer, Mr. Townsend, for the effort he has made to keep us going all the time. More respect to you, sir. Bless you. Lady Marva, we thank you for hosting and co-hosting these programs and the section that you have done so eloquently and well, proficiently, the question and answer section. Every person represented here. If you're a guest, wow. Coming for the first time, wow, wow. And if you are a member that invited guests that come, we say wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much for making the call what it is. Wednesday night will be Catawampus. You don't want to miss it because testimony time. Be prepared to fasten your seatbelt because you're going to hear things that you only hear when Jesus reach out and touch somebody with this
Amen.
powerful product. We thank you, Dr. Summers. You prayed already. We say to you, thank you, everyone, for making the call what it is. And we see you again, the Lord tarries, Wednesday night, live and direct, testimony time. Bless you.
Amen. Thank you so much. And remember, if you have a testimonial and you want to make sure you get your groove on, you can reach out to myself or pastor or Dr. Campbell. You can reach out to any one of us and just let us know. Just text and let us know, that you want to be on the program. Okay, that's all right, Dr. Campbell?
That's fine. Blessings.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much. I see you give Dr. Samuels the pink slippy gun. He slipped out the back door.
Yes, man, you need to.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for coming again. Some of you I could see regulars that are here and you see you're bringing in people also. We have a responsibility to share what we know. God bless you all. Have a great late Sunday and a beautiful week coming. Take care. Love y'all. Mwah.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.